I didn't know, started college, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I had a friend that said, I need another JV coach and I'm going to be the head coach. So he asked me to coach with him. So I went, started coaching, found out where I should be.
Coach Prince took us to Atlanta to a big cross-country meet in Atlanta to just give us exposure and opportunity, and it was really great. It was just a real, eye-opening experience. They made a way for us young ladies to participate and to have opportunities. They established the first sort of regional North Carolina cross-country meet that was held at Davidson College, and girls from around the region of North Carolina participated.
I've been working with the High School Athletic Association since 1971. I did my first regional cross-country meet, ran it. And I saw the progress that it's made, the addition of women's sports, more women's sports and other sports. I've seen the numbers increase of participation. And that tells you something. I know there are kids that need sports that they can go out with and don't have to be cut. And those kids need that activity and that feeling.
My first encounter with Richard was when I organized and he helped direct the cross-country championships at McAlpine Park in Charlotte. And he and Larry McAfee were the directors. And then, of course, it was always such incredible help by all the coaches in that particular area. And that's one thing about track and field and cross-country coaches, they all help each other. But Richard and Larry did an excellent job of running that event. And we were there for many years, actually, and it was a wonderful place to hold that event, and they did a superb job. But the thing that struck me the most about Richard Prince was how supportive he was, not only of his own student athletes, but those in the area and those from across the state, the men and women that ran in that championship, and even helping those that suffered somewhat at the finish line. Richard really cared about student athletes, not only his own, but those other student athletes in the state.
Richard and I think we complemented each other. I really like doing the setup and, getting volunteers. Richard likes getting the volunteers to help out as well. He likes the organizational part of it with the, getting the entries. And, back when we first started doing all this, everything was hand entered, And so Richard would spend tons of hours doing all the hand entry and, getting faxes from coaches with their entries on it and then having to type it all in. So he spent a lot of time doing that. I spent a lot of time getting McAlpine ready for the races and that kind of stuff. It's and then we both just really have a love for the sport and really want to see what we can do to make the sport better. I think that's been our kind of common goal all along, that we both realize that each of us wants what's best for the sport. We may disagree, and occasions Richard and I have disagreed, but I don't think we've ever questioned either one's commitment and trying to do what's best for the sport, not necessarily what's best for Richard Prince or Larry McAfee, or for our teams for that matter.
Myers Park is an old traditional school. It's a beautiful campus. We draw a diverse group of people. We get them from the most expensive homes in Charlotte, and we get them from the low-income homes. Our teams were always diverse, but when we went out, it was one team, which shows you what life is like, can be, should be.